Uh, okay, hello and welcome to the channel. Um, First of all, a short request to anyone listening. Can you let us know if it's actually working? Meanwhile, I will check it on my side, and yes, I can see LinkedIn Live working. So, hello. My name is Nikita Koshelov, and these days I'm focused on one thing. It's applied AI on solving real world problems with AI on enterprise, so on small businesses, startups, and individuals levels. And that's how I met the world famous Nick Gushchin. I'm sure mispronounced your family name, but
No,
yeah.
you did very correctly, Nikki.
Yeah,
No
so
worries.
Nick, can you tell us more about yourself, please?
Yeah, with pleasure. By the way, I don't see how many do we have colleagues with us here, but maybe
We have
later on
4
it
on
will
LinkedIn.
visit.
I'm not sure about other channels.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Hi everyone. Happy to see you. Happy to have you here. Big thanks to Nikita for welcoming and for inviting and welcoming here. On my side, a little bit about myself and the background. I am CEO and founder of Guchwald AI Zentrum. So this is a Swiss-based AI center where we look at possibilities to apply AI in the real business cases. And myself, I have a financial background. Until 2 years ago, I was developing my banking career and quite successfully. But then appeared ChatGPT and AI in principle, and I thought this is a great opportunity to use all my knowledge from the financial industry, from the banking, and try to develop something fantastically new for the market. And this is where I took a sabbatical. I learned Python, I learned SQL from the scratch. I started to deploy projects, and actually at some point of time I started to grow with my team, with partners and co-founders. And this is what I'm doing right now, projects in applied AI. Nikita?
Thank you. That's an amazing journey and story. I wish I realized the power of AI earlier. I think revolution started, well, it really started 2 years ago, and I'm picking it up only now. So
Yeah.
yeah, thank you.
I saw this. Do you want me to tell the story, which actually looks a little bit like a cinema story, but it really happened with me?
Yeah,
How
sure.
AI
Go for it.
came into my life. I was flying to a banking conference, and it was a flight from Istanbul to Vienna. And I was sitting next to the guy, a very interesting character, very talkative. He was flying with his family, and we started discussion. What is he doing? What am I doing? And then we realized that I'm from banking and he is from robotics. And I thank him a lot because he asked me what can I tell interesting about banking. I told him all the problems we have in the global financial sector and how we solve them. And he told me that on his side that robotics also has very interesting changes. But the most interesting thing to his mind was the ChatGPT thing. And I asked him, what is this? And in a couple of sentences, I think this gentleman, his name is Baha, and he's still with robotics. I think now he works in Japan, not in Vienna or Turkey anymore. And he told me in a couple of sentences that AI and ChatGPT itself is actually the tool which understands your language and can do a lot of things on your request. One of the things which was always interesting for me, can somebody code based on my requests? And Baha said to me, yes, this is absolutely possible. This was, I think, the pivotal moment for me when I said, oh, this is interesting, but now I can learn coding myself much faster if I will ask GPT to tell me the code for different projects which I would like to do, and then I can do reverse engineering and understand how it works. And this is effectively what happened with me. And another idea which I always had in my mind was to do bots, to do robots, a fully automated machines, cloud-based, physical-based, but the machines which can perform certain functions. And effectively, at this moment in this airplane, sitting next to Baja, listening about ChatGPT in January 23, I realized, yeah, it seems this is the moment when I can try and start doing my robots.
So it was just a year ago, and from
A
what
little
I
bit
know, you
more, almost 2 years. Yeah,
2 years. Yeah,
year and a
almost
half.
year and a half. So yeah, that's what AI is not very good yet. Sometimes it's not good with working like variables. So, but in this time you have started quite a number of projects in AI. So could you maybe share about those projects? Why did you start them and
Yes.
more?
Yeah, my first project, and it is still deep in my heart. This is a Krugerzoar, which you can translate to English, always expanding horizon. And this is a AI chatbot in Telegram, which is used at the moment by 22,000 people. And it all started just as my pet project. And I just wanted to learn how to code, how to deploy code, how to connect SQL databases, how to arrange client communication, and also, what was even more important, how to implement AI models in the real business case scenarios. So I thought that chatbots would be one of the most interesting aspects in AI, or most demanded. And my thought was, okay, I should create one of them. And this is where Krugerzoar appeared. It started to grow pretty fast on Telegram. As said, yeah, so starting with 0 users, within a year, it grew to 22,000. Also, yes, thank you for sharing the link. Indeed, you can please join. You can generate text. You can use GPT 3.5, GPT 4.0. You can. We're soon switching from GPT 3.5 to GPT 4.0 Mini, which is much more productive. Also, you can generate images, and we have a couple of more things which, with my team, we're going to deploy within next months. But after Krugerzoar, I decided that I should go deeper to other AI areas. And this is where next project, very difficult one, but also very interesting, Be Sapiens Smart News appeared. This is coming from a very simple logic and idea. There are a lot of media news globally happening daily, and it's very hard to understand what are similarities and what are differences and what are media manipulation in each of piece of news. And I thought AI should be helping, and I started to read again and again. I do remember how days and days I was reading OpenAI documentation, because they have this model embeddings. And it was, for non-technical guy, in the beginning, it was very difficult to understand. And I literally spent months on going deeper into this model. And once it, it was like a holy grail for me. Once it opened, I understood the power of these embeddings, and also the power which OpenAI gave to all developers, like I was at this time. When you can use this model and actually start grouping and clustering news, you can start eliminating manipulation biases, which are very often you can find in the news. And this is how Be Sapiens appeared. And then there were a couple of more projects, like Maisie, for example. I had an idea which we deployed also very fast to make a personalized AI ad promoter, which analyzed the person and sent him with a cost of fraction of a cent, send him a personalized message which is drafted in the language and having the same narratives which person would receive most of all. And my last my most recent project is SwissChatBotFactory. this is where really robots create robots. So I'm coming, and finally I came to the point where I'm engaged in a project where not I'm creating robots, but robots creating robots themselves. And I'm doing this with a wonderful co-founder, Robert. I'm sure one day he will join us as well, a great mind and data scientist. And this is our most recent project, which I'm very excited of, but I think we will speak of it also a little bit later.
Yeah, and we just had nice comment from, I'm sorry, I might mispronounce your name, Akshansh Rohila. So their company, they're using AI for real-time auto interviews.
Okay.
So for people who do not know, me and Nick, we are starting, and world famous Natalia, who actually made it all possible. It all started with this invisible hero, but we want to make her visible. So the idea is that we will have more interviews about all cool stuff. So Akshansh, please contact me on LinkedIn, and let's organize interview with Nick and you. Now all back to Nick. I'm not stealing Nick's interview.
No, that's pleasure. It's great. I think what we see here in these comments is also a great example of how AI can help people and boost people. Yeah. So AI in particular, and I hope Nikita you'll agree with me, AI is not a tool itself. It's not a product. No, on the contrary, it's not a product itself. And you cannot say that, oh, I know AI and that's why I'm different from anyone else. AI is a tool, is a superpower which you can, if you have enough of imagination and experience, you can find the proper way and proper areas where you can deploy AI. And this is why I'm also very excited about your idea of having these podcasts of applied AI, because this is where you find out where you can take AI and put it inside of any project or any craziest idea which you have in your mind, and suddenly your project just gets a superpower. It boosts. You need less people, you can do things much faster, you can deliver much better results, which previously you had to spend days, weeks, and months and having thousands of people working with you. Now, effectively, you can do actually by small groups of people, just boosting this with AI superpower.
Yeah, just to add on it, to be reflecting to your thoughts. So I was watching some TED Talks and Stanford talks about AI and more. And one podcast and few podcasts, tens of them. I really like the idea is that originally some people were saying that AI is like electricity, but this person said that, well, AI is more like aluminum. So not many people are saying that, oh, let's build an aluminum business, but it's everywhere where it's needed to be. So you might be a shoemaker, you might be a student at home, you might be a corporation, and you might have a use case for AI. Well, corporations definitely do, and students as well. For example, my idea of using the project we'll be speaking about next, we'll to take this idea and you can use it on your web page as a student. And maybe is it time to talk about the chocolate box now?
Yeah, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, I think you were one of the guys who correctly mentioned that there are some similarities with such a name. This is, I think, a very interesting perspective how to use AI, which started, unfortunately, with a failure or with a unpleasant situation. So with my co-founder, Robert, with my partner in this project, we started to do together, we started to create chatbots for corporates, for business cases, and this is where we gathered our expertise in order to find companies and also create for them the best chatbots actually which they can have. And then usually when you go to these markets, and I also had a lot of discussions with people, the time for deployment, for development of any chatbot would be at least from 1 to 2 weeks, and this is the minimum. And the longest period you might get to 1 month, maybe even a little bit more. And then you need also to take time for testing, like a couple of weeks of testing these chatbots, of changing the data knowledge or the way how the chatbot speaks. So there is a lot of handcrafted processes inside of creation chatbot, even a simple one, a vanilla one. And then we were doing this for some people, and finally we got a client who said to us, we have a fantastic idea, we have a lot of things. Can you do this for us, but not within 2 weeks even? Can you do it within 3 days? We checked everything which was available for us, and we said, yeah, because we can actually automate some of the processes, and we redesigned the whole process of development of the chatbot. And I think we even created it within 2 days. And then actually this company declined and failed to pay. So when they saw the chatbot, they said, oh, actually, we don't need it anymore. Thank you. So goodbye. That was a little bit of pity, because we put a lot of energy and actually our mental power in order to create for them the chatbot, which usually they would spend much more money and much more time. We were not upset for a long time, because we started immediately to think, okay, how we can reuse it. And this is where appeared an idea that we already automated a lot of parts of chatbot creation, and can we push it further? Can we automate that chatbots are created even not within days, but within minutes, 10 to 20 minutes. We made MVP. Again, Robert, I think, is an extremely smart guy and very talented engineer, because after our brainstorming and testing and trying, we finally created a product which literally was creating a chatbot using, and we took as a content the website, so using only information from the website, and within minutes actually creating a fully functional chatbot, but also which sells and promotes products. Because I'm coming from business, and I know that no one need a chatbot just to chat with this. People need a chatbot in order to engage with their clients. So they need somebody to actually speak with the clients, potential clients, and promote the product. So we designed our chatbots in a way that from the day one, from the first second, they start promoting the products. We're now thinking of doing some additional further adjustment, that it could be more aggressive promotion or more humble promotion. And this we are going to give power to the users. But effectively what we have done and what is available now is that any company or any private individual, and I think this is a great idea of yours, can come to our website, give the link to their page, and get the chatbot within minutes, not paying for deployment, not waiting for testing, for calibration, just having from the very first moment a fully functional chatbot which knows everything about your company, does not hallucinate, and promotes your product. So this is where we are right now. We are still at early stage, I would say. Even we have an MVP, we are pushing it further. And our fully functional product should appear on the market starting from mid-August, maybe earlier. Even 8th of August is our more realistic timeline. And we hope that it would be useful for companies and people, because it delivers what people need right now. Chatbot, easy, fast, almost free, and with a good Swiss quality. So this is why we call it SwissChatBotFactory.
So, do I understand correctly that using your Swiss Chatbot Factory, someone can create a focused chatbot in 10 minutes time?
Yes.
that has so many benefits because, well, it resonates so much because first of all, businesses, they do not care about AI or lines of code as much. That's why very often senior developers are getting paid very well, although they do not write that much code, because what they write, it does resolve real problems for or creates opportunities for a lot of good clients. And the problem with over 2 weeks is that, well, you don't even know if it will be used, and you do not get any you are not getting any feedback. And I've been attending Mindstone AI meetup lately, and I'm going to write about that as well. So one of the ideas there was that, so it is not possible to choose fast, cheap, and high quality, but how you can cheat the system. So not everyone can, not many companies in the world can allow to train their own chatbot on like Microsoft Copilot level. But what you can do, you can have a very focused chatbot, for example, for your shoe shop or for your student page, which will know stuff about you and will be able to talk. So let's say if I have when I create my personal landing page for this AI stuff I'm doing, will it be possible to add a SwissChatBotFactory chat there?
Yes, I think this is also a great example which we didn't think initially, but you brought it in, and for this type of use cases, we will, I think, even create a special subscription plan. So indeed, so this is possible because we are data agnostic. So we can take any data in our chatbot factory. So be it a private web page explaining your projects, explaining who you are, what are your values as a private individual, and the same as a company. And this definitely can be deployed. And I think for such small chatbots for private use, we will do even some very light version of subscription that it could be easily accessible for any private individual, any student, as you said, or a startup professional who is, I don't know, doing a photography or some even code development, but he wants to promote his personal page, and he doesn't have time, but would like to have something AI powered would describe him. Yeah, that's a great idea, Nikita. Thank you.
Yeah, so that will, because there's so many people who want to start with AI and they don't know how. So as an uh, so it is possible to go to Stanford courses, MIT and Oxford, and that's a good idea. I think Stanford is even online and free. Uh, but also the best way to learn is to combine it with practical applications. So I prefer business oriented solutions to like purely theoretical stuff which doesn't affect anyone. So just think of it, friends. On your page, you can have a small chat where people can ask. Let's say you are DevRel or Java engineer or product marketing person, and people can ask questions about you. And then for those who are juniors, especially for them, they can put on their resume, I created an AI agent or I customized AI agent, something like that. And besides that, for people who are business oriented, who are already in enterprise, your team can use this opportunity to actually test this project on something small. Let's say, without feeding your company's data, you can create your own page, put there this chatbot, and it works. We could. I'm actually thinking that we could have it as a GitHub project with a default chatbot thing configured already, pre-configured, and all people will have would be to put some kind of ID there and done. Maybe even like a set of them. I don't want to do an overkill, but that
Yeah.
would be nice. And
I'm happy. I'm happy that it I think this is the best indication whether it's good idea or not. How actually it is received. And I'm very happy to hear from you that it already, inspires for further thoughts. It means that idea is good. Yeah. So that on one side you can use it straightforward like it is, but also there are more ideas how to use it in other cases. What also I wanted to add here, I think it's important that you are right that people don't need AI, they need solution for their problems or situations. And I think AI as a personal assistant is a great thing in principle. We are thinking also, and we will be doing, at least in my pipeline, we have a couple of more ideas of creating these AI-powered personal assistants. And here with this chatbot, this is effectively a personal assistant. So this is it's not a human being, it's a bot. Yeah, it's a robot, but who on your behalf speak with your customers in the way that you want him to speak. And previously you would be hiring a person, some call center company or a private individual whom you would pay still a substantial amount of money to know your company quite well, to be always available, to answer all the questions. But now with the AI development, you don't need this anymore. You can have this kind of personal support on a very high level, and we use only top AI models like GPT-4o, for example, in order to support this kind of communication. And also inside the robots which we produce, there are a very strict blocks for creating things. So if, for example, their question is related to the company, but there is no information on the website, our robot would never answer on this question, and he would politely refer and say that this question has to be addressed personally to the company, and let me connect you, and he will generate an email and send the email request to your sales team or to your private account saying that there was this user and he was asking this is his contact details, can you please connect with him? And I think this is also what differs us from another companies which are creating chatbots, because we are trying straight from the very beginning to satisfy needs of people. We're not giving AI, we're giving a solution for the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem of many people who just starting. They start with solution, and then when they've burnt all the money, they find that there were no problem to start with. And
Oh yeah,
I saw some entrepreneurs trying to prove that there's a problem, but so I'm just thinking that there are so many use cases. For example, we can look at more or less any web page as a content managing thing. It might, for example, a shop is managing new things to buy. For example, portfolio manages. For example, when I create this DevRel page, I will have like talks, interviews like this one, and this information, flow of information, can be also seen as content. So we can train your chatbot to be aware of specific channels of information. So versus a static chatbot, like if you go to ChatGPT 4, then probably it's not. I'm not sure about right now, but before it was not updated daily. The model was a bit old. In this
that's
case,
true.
when
and this remains, it's not updated daily. Yeah.
you can, but you can give it some web links, and sometimes it can access them, and there are plugins. But if we are focused on a small solution, somebody's website, let's say it's a company who is selling pet products, then, or I don't know, pet accessories, or I don't know, some fashion stuff for people, then we can go to your chatbot and we can ask, what are the latest what is the latest new common stuff? And by the way, I need like shoes for autumn, and I'm in Switzerland and it will be raining. And your chatbot might say that, oh, actually such and such and stuff, and try to do it in Amazon, because in Amazon you need to know what you're looking for, but here you only need to have an idea of what you might be looking for, and you can just type it in chatbot, and because it is trained on your own data with Nick's solution, then Wow, that is so useful. Or if you are a journalist and or you are a developer who likes to share, you can then somebody can ask like, okay, what were her articles? What did this amazing developer? What did she write in the last year? What is her GitHub impact? What is such and such? And this is good. This is really good. Thank you. Is there?
This is indeed like a personal assistant. Yeah, sorry, you were saying something.
Yeah, is there any hope for demo? We don't, not necessarily today, but maybe like next time or today, whenever you want to, you can maybe show us how your projects work,
Of
chatbot
course,
or Kurgazor or.
Yeah, we can actually have a look at the demo of SwissChatBotFactory itself. I didn't prepare it, so let me quickly open it. Yeah. This would be a fully live demo. Yes.
If it crashes, it's presentation effect. We didn't prepare that.
Yeah. I want not this window. I want to share. No, it's just give me a second. You see me, yeah, at the moment.
Yeah, I see.
Not my screen.
Share the screen, not your screen.
Yeah, maybe there are any other questions. If we haven't lost everyone in this call.
Well, let me check, because there are some issues with the app in terms that the streams are happening, but I don't see the comments coming into this one. Well, Natalia is
supporting us a lot. Natasha, thank you very much.
And of course, I will create an article out of it and tweets as well. And that's recorded. So people who are in different time zones or who are just having their lunch somewhere in States, I'm not sure what is the time difference. Is it 7 hours? Well, depends which coast, right? So you have the recording.
Yeah.
So, and we can always tell more. So there must be. Okay, there's this share screen. You can press H and it should work.
Yeah. Just give me a second, one more second, and I will be ready. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's. The problem is that I want to share the screen with the project itself, and this. Yeah, sorry guys. I think this is a totally live thing. It wrote to me not able to share the screen, but maybe Nikit, maybe you can share. Actually,
I can. Is it, which one is it? LandingSwiss.com?
Yes, if you show, and then I can just guide you through. Because yeah, cool. You see on the right there is this bubble with the charts. Okay. So this is our landing page, yeah, and just on the bubble. Well, let's go down. Yeah, close it. Let's go
this
down.
One.
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
So effectively, this is a chatbot which is created for our landing page for a SwissChatBotFactory. I think you could make it a little bit big. Yeah, great. So let's ask something for actually you can use even typos or mistakes. Just ask, what do you do? And don't put any. You can even give it with a typo. Yeah, you're writing too good. Yeah, how much you cost? I don't know. Or you can just say costs. And you see here is very interesting. It tells you that you can be one of the first early bird applicants and more. Yeah, actually, you can speak any language with this. Today, I had a call with one of our first clients, and he spoke Hungarian, and he even called me back and said, "Wow, your chatbot speaks Hungarian. I don't have any chatbot speaking Hungarian." They said, "Yeah, Actually, you can speak Chinese.
That's good.
You speak any language which you want, and it will understand you. You can also ask it, okay, I want to be early bird or something like this, and let's look what it will tell you. Yeah, how do I sign up for early bird? And this is where a little bit of magic also happens. So this chatbot, he tells you, okay, just give me your email, the website which you want to create, and the product which you want to promote on your website. And then this information is sent to our backend, and the chatbot creation starts. The thing right now, we will not wait for 10 minutes, because at the moment the straight-through processing is switched off on our side. But starting from 8th of August, as I said, it will already send you this link directly to your email within 10 minutes. And right now, yeah, so it has applied you for this early bird. You can carry on and ask more things. I don't know, what is your difference? You can just type difference with other chatbots, even not asking what. Yeah, so you can make typos. You can make any mistakes, and it will understand you and speak with you. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So and it speaks in a normal human being language. It's not aggressive. Not it doesn't look too robotics. By the way, I think you would agree with me. So it doesn't look like you are speaking to a robot, a stupid robot. You are speaking to some very smart counterparty. Yeah. By the way, here it's a funny widget. If you change to any language, also the whole communication of yours will now change to French.
I think because I'm learning French right now, just started, but yeah.
No, you can even use it for. We have, if we close this and you go down, we have a couple of demos. We have our offering description, how it works. We have. You can also apply early bird here in this section, and you have a couple of demos here. The first one we've now checked with you. You can go, for example, to the last one, Attila, fitness coach. This is a fitness coach from Zurich, and a great guy. And now you can ask any questions about his service.
I really need this one.
Yeah. And this is fully done on his web page again. So within minutes, and we even updated it a couple of times because Attila was changing his website. Nikita, I think it's very small. We don't really see a lot what you type in. Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing, because what I did was like, can you help me with losing weight, because it's fitness in a healthy way? And then the reply was CHF 40, whatever it means, maybe Czech francs. And
Swiss
I'm like,
francs.
okay,
Swiss
tell me in
francs.
pounds, and it actually can do that.
Yeah, and this is AI power. This is I think difference with the previous generation of bots. When I started to do bots, this was my first step. People might know this Dialogflow solution from Google. And I was amazed a couple of years ago. I thought I will develop perfect chatbots with this one. Back even times when I didn't yet decide to go to IT and technology. And I opened this Dialogflow and I realized that I need to predefine all the answers for all the questions. And for example, such question I would never define. I would never even think in my life that somebody might ask, can you give me it in another currency? And AI is capturing all of this, all of this uncertainty. Yeah. So powered by AI, it understood you exactly and gave you a conversion rate, approximate conversion rate, and now you know how much is it in pounds. I think this is also great.
Yes. So there are so many great use cases to this thing. So, for example, so this definition of user interface as or user-friendly process, that is something which must be there so the client doesn't fall over while they're carrying money towards you.
Yeah.
So somebody who cannot if they don't understand your price, or it's not speaking their language, or the language is rude or something, at some point they will say, okay, I had enough, and they will just stop. Or maybe if somebody's product didn't reach the market because they decided to develop their own LLM, and that might be, actually, this one is a very good use case, especially for the companies who want to develop their own LLM. I've just heard a story of which might look not related, but let's say there's a person who is an influencer, and they want to start a makeup line. So the guy who was like asked to invest, he was like, okay, I need, let's say, £20,000 or £100,000 to organize everything. But his mentor said that, look, don't do that. Create a website for this product line, collect the orders, and when you see the demand, just tell them that, look, there's a problem there is a problem on the line, but we are giving you discount, we are giving you extra free stuff, and then you order all this stuff, and then and it came out that this influencer, the original one, it was fake. There were no demand. All the customers, they were fake. So this person lost like £200 or something. With this one, let's say you have an idea that, oh, I need this huge LLM model to do everything. Well, first of all, it takes time. So you can create something nice and which will do 80-20. It will do 80% of stuff for 20% of money or less. You will very quickly create this solution. And while working on this perfect model, you'll be using this one, which does the job. And well, who knows, maybe then you'll switch to yet another product from Nick as your business grows. And another thing is that if you think about markets, because so many companies, they sell in different languages now. So for example, a friend of mine, she lives in Estonia and she crafts chocolate herself and sends it around the world. So can you speak in Estonian? And there's maybe only 2 million people in the world who know Estonian.
Yeah, and AI chatbot from a SwissChatBotFactory. So
let's see if it.
You speak Estonian, do you?
Yeah, I'm originally from Estonia.
Lovely.
So it keeps saying me that it only speaks English, but actually it does speak Estonian.
It replies. You can ask in Estonian language. Yeah, we are talking about Attila here. So, for example, give me exercise for muscle growth, for example, in Estonian language, and it would be interesting what it will answer you, because it's promoting right now. This is a chatbot for a fitness trainer. Yeah, so
and I made a typo there. So
okay,
you probably you might want to slightly adjust it so it says that because it actually knows Estonian.
Yeah, it speaks Estonian, but in Estonian language it tells you, no, I don't speak Estonian. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it's what I do with people in Spanish, like no hablo español.
Yeah.
¿Qué haces?
We will have a look at this. But yeah, in principle, that all the languages are available here. I think one more thing, or actually two more things where this could be applied, and it came to me recently, actually manuals. So, for example, when I'm buying a new TV set, or recently I had a problem of one of my colleagues, they bought a coffee machine, a big one, very expensive, from a Zug factory. And then they needed to make a decalc. And it appeared that it is very difficult to understand how to do it. And actually, you can create chatbots for manuals so that the user gets in, opens his machine chatbot and says, explain me what should I press and do. And actually, you also don't need to translate manuals anymore to all languages. You can just create it in English. And then AI will create manuals for you in all the languages and will answer the questions which the user have. Yeah. So what do you ask here?
Yeah, I asked it to generate a QR code and explain that although it cannot do it, it advised me to use some specific services to create a QR code. Because I started thinking towards how to combine this thing, but with QR codes, with reading stuff, but that's an overkill. So what I like about your solution.
Yeah, it's straight through. It's this is now we're speaking to a chatbot which belongs to a fitness trainer, and the main idea of this chatbot is only to explain what this fitness trainer does, how much it costs, why is he so perfect, and how you can actually make an agreement and training sessions with him.
But if, let's say, if I own a lumber mill, well, I wish I owned a lumber mill, and we have a PC there which has a chatbot from you, or this chatbot, it doesn't have to be like, a simple helper. It is a chatbot. So is it possible to train it to generate QR code? So let's say workers can scan it with their phone and then something happens. So let's say specific link opens. That would be so great, because I was thinking about Estonia. I was shown a device. I saw a device with one button on it and a scanner. So it was explained that those people, they work in thick gloves in winter. So they literally have codes with commands, let's say up, left, right, or whatever. And they read the command, and then something happens with the equipment. And although it looks simple, it actually makes business much simpler, and it makes business happen. So the use cases. So the beauty of this thing is that you can really custom it to what you need, be it a lumber mill, a student, or an enterprise who wants to create some solution quickly before they spend a few $1 million on another one.
Yeah. So this is the idea, to give something which works from the day one. And like your thoughts that you are saying that to connect QR codes or to improve the knowledge base and to connect it to external resources, this is all possible. We also have this possibility, and we're giving it to customers, that tailor-made integrations can be made. But most important is to do, this, like I call it Nespresso capsule approach. So I like Nespresso a lot, because it delivers to me a very important thing. I can get very good coffee at a fraction of a second at a very predictable cost. And I don't want to own big coffee machine. I don't want to know how these beans are, they are burnt and they are prepared. I just want to put a capsule inside the coffee machine and get my coffee and get back to my business. And somebody can say, yeah, but if you want to warm it up, not 100 grads, but to make it 120, or to give it, 121 milliliter, because I don't like 120. This is all possible, but this is not an Nespresso approach. Nespresso approach gives you a possibility to get a very good coffee at a limited time at a very predictable fixed price. And this is what we do with the chatbots. At the same time, if you want our Nespresso machine to expand it, we have this possibility, and we are offering this. But still, most important is to give a coffee machine which gives you a good coffee every time a day.
Good. So it's a very nice interview, but probably we should start wrapping up.
I think so too. We overtook it a little bit.
Originally I thought about like 15 minutes, but then it got so interesting and I lost track of time. So
thank you for this invitation and the dialogue.
What would be the last thing you would like to tell to our listeners?
I would like to invite you to follow this podcast, because I think we spoke with Nikita. The idea which you have is a brilliant one. You want to create this online society, a team, a community of people who are interested in applied AI. And I personally think this is the most interesting for part of the world. So some people will develop these AI models and they're fantastic magicians, but somebody needs to think how to apply this. And it's great that you are starting this initiative, that you are going to carry this forward. I would be very happy to join more times and to have more these brainstorming discussion ideas, share my knowledge, my perspectives, my ideas, listen to your guests, and to answer the question. So how do we apply AI and how we do deliver superpower to the projects right now, not waiting 2 months, not waiting 2 years, but what is available right now to capture the opportunities which AI brings.
Good. So that's how Applied AI Meetup has been born. Unless people complain, I will use the basis of open source friends because I believe they are the similar slice of people who are interested in the topic. So we will talk to the upcoming to other people. So startup founders, AI enthusiasts, enterprise AI leaders. So you're welcome uh, to send a message either to me or to Nick. Currently on LinkedIn. So I will do one thing because Nick's. I will find Nick's profile in LinkedIn and I will put it to the. Yeah, I will put it to the chat. So that's Nick.
Thank you.
And feel out to reach out to him. Now, with SwissChatBot or maybe with questions regarding AI, and he can very well explain you why hashtags are inferior to vector-based AI systems. So
yeah,
he can save you a lot of money, and what is more important, time.
Time is even more important. Thank you, Nikita. Thank you for this
Thank
kind
you.
words.
Okay, thank you.
So we are wrapping up. Yeah, you are ending the
Yes, we
session.
are wrapping up. I'm looking for the button. Oh, it's on stream. So we're ending